From the mic, I'm Chris.
Damn, you
I
busted
got
out the
to my right, I got Roy.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Welcome back,
Well, we know
everybody.
who's controlling. We know who's controlling the effects. Oh, you plugged it in and everything.
I pulled up
Better
with some
turn off the
toys.
ringer.
Yep, I had it does. I have my phone set to vibrate, but I still get calls. So we'll see how the show goes. Anyway, how's your day, Roy?
Good man. Saturday. It's cold. Um, it's good. Good week. It went by quick.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. I don't know where this storm came from. If it's cold everywhere,
I mean,
apparently.
they've been talking about it for like a week. Like, prepare it
I don't really
yourself.
I don't really watch the weather show because I feel like
Oh.
it's a conspiracy. The weatherman really gets paid to do nothing. Like this should be when he makes his money. He should be like right on the dot. Like it's gonna be
They've been telling us for a week to
they,
prepare.
it's gonna snow. It's gonna be flurries. It's gonna rain. Like which
That's what
one? Which
they're
one?
talking about.
They're not specific. They're like all over the radar.
I
It's
think of Weatherman. Fucking Mean Girls. Remember that movie?
with Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the weatherman. When she's reporting the weather, she's like, "There's 100% chance it's raining, guys." She's outside.
like that's so weird. They should definitely have some spots in their career where they have to be specific. You know, give us the 10 to 20% because that's cool.
Do
And
you
then be
know
specific.
what? So I didn't learn this till like late high school. Do you know what it means when they say there's a 20% chance of rain?
No, Roy, I don't.
So I thought like it might rain or might not, but 20% chance of rain means that it will rain in at least 20% of the viewing area. That's what it means. I didn't know that till like late high school. I just thought it was just like, oh, it might rain, it might not, but it just means it will rain, but only 20% of their coverage.
So if it's raining outside, and how do you measure? Like, okay, we're in San Antonio.
So 20% of if they say 20%, that means 20% in San Antonio or the coverage area, which is outside cities and whatnot, will have rain.
Okay,
I didn't know that till like late high school.
yeah, that's one of them facts you need to pull out your pocket. You know,
Yeah.
when things are going south. Before y'all kill me, let me give you a fun fact.
Yeah,
And
trivia night. Trivia
hopefully
night.
it doesn't end my life. But yeah, that's cool. That's good to know. Anyway, a lot of music dropped. Some singles. So it was a nice little week in music. There was a Nipsey Hussle and Jay-Z single that dropped off of the soundtrack. It was like a movie soundtrack I got to get to, so I ain't gonna do all that. But anyway, it's called "What It Feels Like." Did you hear it?
Yeah,
What'd you think about it?
I liked it a lot. I liked how they're still finding ways to get like verses from Nipsey and like songs and like there's not that they're able to get. It's like there's I don't know if you record this verse or they were to put stuff together like a line here, to make it still have a message where like Jay Z can, match it and it fit like
Yeah.
I would say like the album also.
hmm It's supposed to be off of Judas and the Black Messiah movie.
Yeah,
That came out on HBO Max. It's one of the Warner Brother
came out
movies.
today, right, or yesterday?
Yesterday on Friday. I'm gonna watch it probably today. I've heard that it's pretty good. But I try not to watch other people's reviews because it like clouds my judgment. You know,
Man, you're weird on that because it's like, oh, watch this preview. All right, I'm gonna watch 10 seconds and close my eyes.
I hate
so,
that.
but hold on. When you mean close your eyes, you still hear it, or what do you mean?
So I don't watch trailers because when I do, it like puts the movie together. And plus, they've gotten to the point where they show too much of the movie, so you already know what's gonna happen. You know, and sometimes that's like the best part of the movie.
Some of them are like that. So what I do on YouTube every now and then is if there's a movie that I haven't seen, I want to know if it's good enough to watch.
Yeah.
I'll search trailer, but sometimes I'll see like 2.5 minute trailers and I'll see like a minute trailer.
Yeah.
And I'll watch the minute one.
Yeah. I can't. So I close my eyes and I've found that really works. Even though I hear it, I don't know what part I'm hearing. And then I think hearing.
So, or like during the movie, you're like, yeah, I heard that part.
Yeah. So I feel like when you listen to something versus seeing it, you hold back more stuff or information if you see it versus just hearing it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's helped me a lot. But anyway, I like that song. I thought it was pretty dope. It felt like it didn't really feel like a Nipsey what was it? The Marathon album?
Yeah.
That one it didn't really feel like that. He sounded younger. So I don't know when this verse was found, but it was good nonetheless. I think it matches the whole soundtrack to the movie theme that they're going for. And then of course Jay-Z was good on there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel?
Bro, it's crazy that his age, he's still delivering like quality bars.
Yeah. How you feel? Nipsey Hussle got a J verse before Two Chains.
Well, first they haven't, right?
No, he complains about that. Well, he makes note of it.
But he complain, or he complains like
He just talks
in
about
like
it.
a banter way, just like being
Yeah,
funny. Like,
just at this point, it's more of a
man, I heard that loud and clear on here.
At this point, it's more of a yeah. He's not giving me a J verse. That's yeah. I don't know.
I think it's at this point. I think Nipsey's just gonna. I think the other way around, where it's gonna be, you have to have some type of level of respect to get a Nipsey verse. Now it's not the other way where
No, I'm talking about the
what
J verse.
no, but that's what I'm saying is that you have to be at some level now to get a Nipsey verse compared to where anyone can just get a Nipsey verse.
Ah,
So like Jay's in, Jay's in his own world. I mean level. So of course he can get a Nipsey verse if he
ah.
wants one.
I think Wayne could get a Nipsey verse.
That's gonna go along the line. Do we want that?
No, that's my point. Like Wayne, in at this point of his career, I don't think
Wayne
he's that good of a
15 years
rapper.
ago,
But he could get a Nipsey verse.
I don't
So
know.
I don't know. We gotta call the estate up.
DJ Khaled got one.
Everybody's gotten one that's like relevant, except for
Has
people.
2 Chainz got one?
No, I think people that are looking for one can get one. I think Rick Ross got one off his album. DJ Khaled got one. This soundtrack got one.
Can't be mad. DJ Khaled gets something from everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
Like who doesn't who hasn't he worked with?
Yeah, but it was a good song. I'm definitely checking out the movie too. And
Did
then
you give the soundtrack a listen at all?
no, because I didn't want to like. I didn't want no
How would that ruin the movie?
I don't know.
That makes
I'm like, damn, this sounds like this might have happened.
Yeah.
That goes with this song.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Is this the part? This is the part.
Yeah, but I saw some features, Black Thoughts on there. It looks like a dope like little playlist. It reminds me of Black Panther because Black
I heard
Panther has
that
some good stuff
this
too.
is the not the debate, but like the comparison, like which one was better.
Out of this one or Black Panther?
Yeah.
For real, that would be dope.
I would say
You haven't heard it yet though.
I would think this one because I think Black Panther needed that Disney approval.
I couldn't tell. They had Future on there. Like slob on my knob, bro. That don't go here.
It just feels. It just has the Disney name. Like,
I would not have okayed that if I was Disney. That definitely didn't feel like a Disney thing. But I don't know. I gotta hear it. I think the Black Panther album soundtrack or whatever definitely matched it well.
we'll do that next week since I'll give time for Chris to watch the movie.
Yeah, but yeah, definitely check it out. And then Robin Thicke dropped On Earth and in Heaven.
It's kind of sad that both albums we were looking forward to dropped already.
Yeah.
And
so what was the other one? Oh, the CO one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta check it out.
We said for that one it depends because that's supposed to be a movie soundtrack.
Yeah, that's kind of why I didn't really check it out. I gotta watch the movie first. So when we were talking about Robin Thicke, I was saying I didn't want him to be like sad or anything.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I thought this was like vintage Robin Thicke, like the blue-eyed bandit, the smooth criminal.
I'm not even gonna say. What's the best way to say it? Like when I say I'm not a Robin Thicke fan, that doesn't mean I dislike him.
Yeah,
I just never got into his music.
Yeah.
This confirms why. Like I don't know. It just feels like a Starbucks album you see on the counter. They're trying to promote. Like it was just. I don't know. There's 2 songs on it that I liked. Other than that, it just seemed. I don't know how to explain it. What's the like? Just put together. Like is. Everyone happy in a room. Hey, as this, let's all get together, get some music going.
Yeah.
Like they had to sit down like Central Park and did a little couple songs.
I think this is a good warm up. He's coming back.
I think so.
He's gonna have some nice features. Probably not gonna get a Wayne verse anymore because he's washed. But some new rappers. But yeah, this was a good warm up album. He's singing. He's like melodic. He doesn't sound like he's crying over nobody anymore.
That's one thing that kind of. For me, just kind of made it worse is that he sounded good.
That doesn't. You don't like him happy?
No, like his vocals were really good. It's just like the lyrics and the music. It didn't do it for me.
He normally sings over like those soft tones. He doesn't really do a lot of like loud beats or anything. So yeah, I'm looking forward to more projects. I gave this one a 7. I'll probably add some songs to the playlist
Give
too.
it a 4.
You
The
just threw that out there. That
take
was, you didn't
take
prepare
take
to
me
give him that.
higher and the things you do to me are probably the best ones.
Yeah. Okay.
It
I
was a
think
four,
I think
bro.
4 is a little harsh, but yeah, whatever.
That's how I feel. Half the ratings you give.
I don't know why you're bashing me. This isn't about me. And then JPEG Mafia, EP2 that
Man,
drops.
I I was anticipating this release because I don't know which JPEG Mafia we're gonna get because he has aggressive stuff, where he gets the rap and it's like a aggressive style, and this wasn't it. So
I
I
don't
liked it. This is the JPEG Mafia I like.
I don't know who this is.
So did you listen to it?
Yeah.
So if you listen to EP1,
Okay. That's why it's EP2.
you're gonna be like, is this the same person? Like it's gonna
Okay.
sound completely different. Like if you go through his stuff, like you can handpick like, oh, he's aggressive here, here he's more of the rap, here he's more of the not R&B, but
Yeah.
whatever this was,
Yeah.
because this was R&B mixed with like
I got that.
underground R&B. I don't know how to say it, but this is a JPEG Mafia I like.
Yeah, when it started, I only put it on the list because of the album cover. That's usually how I pick these
It
topics,
was very Nipsey Hussle, wasn't it?
I guess. Um and I didn't know what to expect. I didn't like it at first, but then I did not like it. He's a hard person to hate.
Yeah.
He had auto tune on there, and I was like, this is trash, but it sounds good
Hmm.
still. So yeah, this one was it was a quagmire for me. It was weird. I couldn't really figure out why I couldn't hate it.
And the funny thing is, man, that sums up what a lot of people think of him. It's just like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Like
Yeah.
and it depends on the person. Like some people like the aggressive stuff. Like ever heard of Dax?
No.
That real aggressive. Like he does that sometimes, and he just does, and that's why I like him too because he does what he wants. Even though sometimes I'm like, damn, this was trash.
Yeah.
He did what he wanted.
It sounds like that. Even with the name, I couldn't figure out what the name was at first, and I was like, oh, you gotta break it up. It's JPEG Mafia.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. I gave it a 5 because I'm like 50-50 with it. I couldn't hate it, but I couldn't like it. So it was a 5 for me.
This definitely got better on replay. I probably heard it 4 times, and it definitely improved each time. I give this one an 8.
Oh, ridiculous. Over Robin Thicke. You tripping. I definitely
Easily
listen
over
to
Robin Thicke.
I listen to Robin Thicke way more times than JPEG Mafia
How?
by finishing it and going to the top and pressing it again.
Damn, man, you good mood this week.
I guess. Yeah.
It was very worldly sound with Robin Thicke.
I mean, it was called On Earth and in
Yeah.
Heaven. Like,
I was all like, man, he bust out everything.
anyway. And then Greta Van Fleet. This is like an album for you. What was the name of it?
Heat Above. It was like, I don't know what you call it. Like it was less than a sample. It was 17 minutes, but only 3 songs.
Okay.
So this is like a pre-release to their album coming up soon.
So it's not new music.
It is new music, but these songs are going to be on
it's
an
a
album.
pre-release. Okay.
These songs are going to be on the album.
Okay.
So I don't know what happened to artists dropping singles like sporadically before. I guess they dropped all 3 or whatever you're gonna be.
Get in, get out.
But I enjoyed it a lot. It was my favorite music to listen to this week. I wouldn't say album or anything because it wasn't. Both of their albums they have now are 9s and 10s. I really like them. They're the best rock band easily since 2010. And I'm waiting for the new album. And their debut album was one of the top 5 for me since 2000. So like their sound is so like, I can't say unique because they sound like 70s rock. They sound like Zeppelin and like Guns N' Roses if they had a kid. But it's unique is for the era we're in.
Yeah.
So like for them to capture that sound so well, and you can literally listen to this and feel like you're listening to 70-year-olds from the 60s still playing music.
Yeah. Like we came into one of the songs, I don't know the name of it.
Age of Man.
Age of Man. That song was cool. It makes me want to listen to more of their work. I got the vibes of Red Hot Chili Peppers just because it's like chill. It's not like heavy metal-ish.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's their whole album vibe.
Yeah, they don't get heavy metal because heavy metal was a different era.
Okay.
They do get a little heavier, but that's just with more like the guitar solos and stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't get like heavy metal at all.
Okay.
or even metal or just whatever. They stay with that classic like style.
Okay.
You can tell that when they brought in the organs, like I like that. That really sets them apart, I think.
Yeah, I like that. And then they had like the high pitched voice,
Mhm.
which kind of sounded like it sounded like a girl at first, but you said it's not. So
Yeah,
if you say so,
it's two brothers, and then they have like the third is like the bassist.
and it kind of got that Ozzy Osbourne type vibe a little bit.
Yeah,
So yeah, I probably check some more out when we're done, some more of their music because yeah, it was a vibe. And then recapping the Super Bowl, not even the game yet, but like the weekend's performance. You watched it?
yeah. I didn't like I didn't like half of it. I posted in the chat like, and I don't even think it was him. Like I felt
I
like
think it was.
whoever I mean the first half of it, whoever coordinated the audio, he did not sound loud enough at all in the first.
So I found myself defending the weekend, but I didn't know why.
It
So
was just natural. There's like
yeah, I just feel like people are underdogs or whatever. So you were saying that, and then I was watching it with my girlfriend, and she was saying the same thing. She didn't like the performance, but like it reminded me of the weekend when he first performed at Coachella.
Mhm.
He can't sing live.
Yeah.
He's terrible. So in my mind, I was like, maybe he still can't sing live, you know? So he was kind of masking his sound with the thing. But then like it felt like he did some of the same stuff he's been doing this whole time. The whole thing where he's running in the hallway part of his
Yeah,
performance.
he basically did a live music video.
He did a show like he did one of those night shows where he had to perform
Yeah.
like the nightly show or whatever. He performed that same bit where he's running through a hallway or whatever. I want to say we talked about that.
Yeah.
Where I was like, he didn't really come out to the audience. He was just in the hallway the whole time performing.
Because that's when he debuted
One of the
the
songs.
no, but that's when he debuted the bandages on
I
that
don't,
night show.
I don't know, but he still had the same red on. So it felt repetitive and I could definitely understand why people didn't like it. And then there are those people on the other hand saying like you just don't appreciate good music. He put 7 million into it. And then I feel like I had to go against them. So I was kind of in a quagmire there, you know?
But okay, and I saw that, and I really dislike that debate because there
Yeah.
is no one is debating good music or not. At this point, we're debating was it a good live show
Yeah.
for me at least.
Yeah.
I'm debating
That
was it a good
that should
live
have been
show,
what it was. Yeah.
and it's like those songs I fuck with. I mean, After Hours, that album was number 2 for me. I
Yeah, it
think.
was one of my favorite
Um,
albums.
I'm not debating the music. I'm debating was there a live show because some people cannot do live shows, and
Yeah.
I mean, I go to a lot of shows, and then sometimes I'm disappointed. I'm like,
It
damn
wasn't
man,
good.
like I can't listen to your album again. Like it just changes it.
Yeah.
But no, I just feel that he put more into the theatrics of it than the singing.
And for me, even the theatrics wasn't that good. It was just a lot of people. Choreography.
I feel like it wasn't that good because, like you mentioned earlier, it wasn't new. We saw all
Yeah.
that. So the theatrics was there, but it's something that we already saw. It was like watching a part 2 of the movie and you're like, oh,
Yeah, and it like one of my favorite NFL performances was Black Eyed Peas because they had
Yeah.
like all the LED lights and all that stuff, and then even Beyonce, she had like the marching band,
yeah.
and that was dope. But one of my favorites was that one because of how like
But
good it looked.
but what they did though is that they made it better because if you know Black Eyed Peas,
Yeah,
they LED lights and neon lights, they're in every of theirs. They
Yeah.
do that a lot.
and it looked good though. It matched what you were watching.
Yeah.
You know, it was
But
entertaining.
that's what I meant. Like they're like, okay, we always use LED lights, but how can we make it better for this? And
Yeah.
that's what they did. And the Weeknd didn't do that. He just said, let me do a little bit what I've been doing all year and make one long show.
Yeah, and then he like he transitioned from the field onto like a stage, and even the stage was kind of like it didn't look good, you know.
I thought it was like
I don't know what it was.
It looked like a game show. He was on the bottom and he had like the stairs of people.
Yeah.
Like it looked like a game
So
show.
that, or it reminded me of like the Vegas video that he already did, where
Yeah.
it was like all this stuff happening around him. It was just weird. I couldn't get into it, so I understand why people didn't like it.
It literally felt like he didn't have a lot of time to put it together, and he said, "Take a little bit from each, or whatever. What done?
Yeah.
Put it together."
And on top of that, I don't see where the 7 million went. Because you already get a budget with the Super Bowl, and then he went above that budget. So
I don't know either because there's been plenty of performances before that that's had such more props.
Yeah,
Like each person on the field had like a light, and then he had his stage on top, and that was it. I don't know where the
yeah. I don't know.
I don't know
I
either.
wasn't. I wasn't too impressed.
Maybe each light inside was $100. When
Like
he was looking for it.
I'm telling you, the dollars inflated. Like the cost of living is going up when shit like that's 7 million. But
You could
anyway,
get that from Dollar Tree.
yeah. And I was looking at it. They were talking about who should be the next Super Bowl performer. They're trying to get Taylor Swift on there. I don't know how
I don't want
that's
that,
gonna
though.
work. Um, Chris Brown, you think he's ready?
I think he's been ready for a minute.
Like, do you think the world's ready to move on?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
they're
I,
not gonna ask him though.
I think that would be a very good show.
They're not gonna ask him though.
That'll be probably up there with like the Beyonces and the Black Eyed Peas shows.
I mean, the best ones were gonna be like the Michael Jacksons and stuff, though.
You can't get Michael Jackson on there.
I'm talking about. You're talking about like
Super Bowl
matching.
performances.
Yeah.
I didn't see Michael Jackson. He performed at the Super Bowl?
Bruh. You gotta watch.
Did he perform in the Super Bowl?
I'll send you that YouTube video.
I didn't see it. But anyway, yeah, I like okay, top 3 off the top of your head. Who would be like good Super Bowl performances? And you can't take Chris Brown. I already said that one.
Oh, you mean who would I would like?
Yeah.
Kanye.
I was thinking Kanye too for
Drake.
some reason. I don't know if Drake will work.
I would like Drake. Because I think Drake would bring a hella guest on there and like
But
have
then
a
that's
good
cheating.
performance.
That's just like a
That's
concert.
the Super Bowl though.
But I want then they because in the Super Bowls we're making money. I want just Drake.
Nah,
They're getting a break.
So what I say? I said Drake, Kanye. The third person would be
Yeah, this is a short list.
my girl Britney, just to put her on the list. Because I don't know who else. I think Britney has a lot of like
I'd go.
hits.
I go Rick Ross. It's in Tampa.
Talk about next year.
Well, yeah, I go Rick Ross. Maybe the Migos. Nah, not the Migos.
We're talking about Super Bowl, so you need to get out of just one genre.
Nah, I go Rick Ross.
World stage, I don't know Rick Ross.
Maybe Sia.
Yeah, world stage. She needs a new album before she does it though.
Maybe the meat dress girl.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah, maybe.
Didn't she do something, or didn't she come
Katy
on stage
Perry.
with someone already?
Nah, I don't think so. She campaigned, but she didn't sing.
Mm.
But maybe Lady Gaga. She used to do some crazy shows, but like it had to be like a showman, you know.
Yeah,
I would definitely agree on Kanye, but when I think of Kanye, I'm thinking of like Graduation Kanye, where he had all this stuff.
but so historically, the Super Bowl is supposed to be like all your hits, not what the Weeknd did. Weeknd did like past year-ish,
Yeah,
but it's supposed to be all your hits.
Yeah.
So, he would do everything.
but can you control Kanye? Would Kanye do the song and then just fill up? He probably do 3 songs and then say, "Hold on, I got something to say. Let me talk to y'all real quick."
That's the whole point. Like
I don't want to hear that.
But everyone's gonna be watching. Like, what's he gonna do?
Exactly. So like, will we get showman Kanye, or are we gonna get like complainer Kanye? Because I feel like, what does he have to complain about right now?
He's being sued. His supposedly his wife wants to leave him. Like, what do you mean? What he has to complain about?
Damn, that's probably enough for like an hour. Yeah. So yeah, those are good picks, but it's hard. It's hard to find like a good Super Bowl performer.
It's hard, and also they very, very rarely. I can't remember the last time they pick a Super Bowl performer that doesn't have
A recent album.
something in the works.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, I mean, it could be a recent or something coming up.
Yeah.
So something in the works. So
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see. And then as far as like artists, speaking of, I feel like Lizzo's disappeared.
she hasn't released anything, has she?
Nah, I looked it up. She hasn't dropped since 2019, but it feels like 16.
Well, because she's one of those that like hit the top quick. The only time she pops up in news or anything in like our music group chats and all that, or like the Facebook groups, is her IG page when she's confident.
You know what I find frustrating with Lizzo? She says she's self-conscious about her body, but she's always like posting semi fully naked.
She can be self-conscious. She can be doing that to build her confidence.
That is, that doesn't make sense.
What are you
If
talking about? That's what people do all the
if
time. To gain confidence, you do what you're scared of.
if I'm somebody that's, what do you call somebody that's not like if I'm an introvert, I'm not gonna go on stage in front of 1,000 people and just talk. I'm gonna slowly build up. I mean, I don't remember the first video that
She's building up.
I don't
She's at
think she
that
was
point
building
now.
up. I mean, if I see it once, I've seen it many times. What else is she gonna show us? I don't understand.
Scared of heights. Start with skydiving.
I don't know, but I get it. She's like empowering her body, but at one point, dude, you become like a one trick pony. Like, where's the music? We get it. You're comfortable. Like,
Well, first of all, you gotta relax. She dropped in 2019. Like
that's a
you
long time ago.
you give artists passes for not dropping in 5 years. Like
like
chill.
who?
Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar is definitely a different artist. How many albums
Okay.
has he dropped?
Was it 4 or 5?
4 or 5, plus the Black Panther one.
Yeah.
How many albums has Lizzo dropped? You on the
2?
clock? She has not dropped 2 albums. You tripping?
Go look.
She's dropped 1.
Go look.
Okay, what are the names?
I don't know the name.
That's because they don't exist. She's only dropped 1.
I was never like a Lizzo fan.
Anyway, so she's on the clock. Cardi
She's
B
not on the clock, bro.
All right, you don't care. I do. Cardi B was
What
on the
about
clock.
Rihanna?
Nobody cares. She dropped
Bro, everyone cares about Rihanna.
Rihanna has a catalog at this point. She doesn't need to drop another album. Like, I feel like if you drop,
just said,
okay, go ahead.
I literally said you give people pass. You're like, who? And I gave you 2, and you dismiss them.
Compare somebody
You
that
dismiss them.
Compare somebody that's comparable to Lizzo. Name one person that has 1 album out that hasn't dropped in a while, and I was like, okay, cool.
Corday.
I don't care about Corday.
Bro,
what are you talking about?
Like,
didn't he just drop an album? Corday
dropped one 2019.
Didn't he just drop one?
No, I don't think he dropped one recently. No.
Who's the lyrics to go guy?
That's Coda.
They're not the same person.
Bruh, like, do you see what you're doing? I'm giving you I gave you 3 examples and you just brush them off.
You gave 2 bad examples.
How are they bad?
Because they're not comparable. One person has one album, the other one has a full catalog.
You never said give me an example of one album person until you said that. Then I gave you an example.
Okay, so if I say compare this car, why would you compare it to a house?
I didn't even do that.
Okay, let me look it up. What's his name? Is he still go by YBN or did they break up?
No, just Corday.
Let me pull it up. I'm pretty sure Corday has more than one project out. What's the Wi-Fi password in here? Let's see. Corday. I swear he looks like GG Academics. So he's dropped YBN the mixtape. He's dropped Young Boy, The Lost Boy.
That's it. See. The Lost Boy is his first album.
He got some stuff. So yeah,
he dropped one album.
And then plus, YBN's not even the artist that I check for. I check for Lizzo.
I don't check for Lizzo.
Name somebody that I check for that was like, I said somebody that I said.
How am I supposed to know who you check for?
You don't know.
I'm not in your head. Like
that makes 0 sense.
Victor, do you hear this shit?
So anyway, you have nobody.
Dude, you keep changing the narrative.
I said name somebody that I've done that to.
No, first you said okay, well, forget them. Name someone the one album. Then you passed.
Why would you compare?
Then you said,
why would you compare Lizzo to somebody that's established? That makes 0 sense. Lizzo's dropped 1 album. These other 2 artists have dropped multiple albums. Why would I compare?
Corday has not dropped multiple albums.
Did you only mention Corday?
No,
you're oblivious.
No, okay. I said 2019 has not been a lot of time for her to drop a new one.
And I was like, it has
been a long time. Then I said, you give artists pass for having. And
I was like, name one. I don't listen to Corday like that. No, so okay.
I gave you 2 artists that you give more time to wait.
And why is that? Because they have a catalog already.
You didn't say that in the initial question.
Okay. Anyway, but yeah, Lizzo needs to drop music. It's been too long, and I feel like
it's been a year, bro. Relax.
We're not in 2020.
We're in the 2nd month of 2021.
So if she dropped January of 2019 and it's January of 2021, is that 1 year?
Bro, she did a whole tour last year.
During quarantine, she did that.
The pandemic.
Okay, you're just making stuff up now.
I do what you're doing now.
Anyway, but yeah, she's on the clock. I feel like she's just piddling around. I haven't heard one new song from Lizzo.
Who has Lizzo? No one cares.
I do. I care about Lizzo.
Just because you got attacked that one time because of what you said about Lizzo.
What'd I say?
I remember, but I saw those comments. You messaged me. You're like, damn, Lizzo already came after me today, bro.
Like, she got a hive and I'm in it now. Like, I don't understand.
So you were forced in it.
I'm a fan.
By peer pressure?
I'm a big fan of Lizzo. Like, we all need to eat.
You're sad that day. You're like, damn, they came at me, bro.
Anyway, But yeah, she on the clock. I mean, not a lot of people, even Cardi B, which was I was gonna say, that would have been a good example. I see you didn't bring that up. She's dropping singlets,
She's doing
so
singles.
she's
Yeah.
in album mode. So everybody out here working except for Lizzo.
So I don't want to drop another album.
Who? Lizzo?
Cardi.
All right, so that brings me up to the next topic.
Do you want another album from her?
Yeah. So
Bro, with all the singles she's dropping, we're not gonna get Invasion of Privacy. We're gonna
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
fucking female version of Migos.
We're gonna get Meg Thee Stallion or Nicki Minaj. That's the route it looks like she's going.
And I don't want that, but it is what it is.
So I was in the car ride again with my lady, and the Up song came on. Hella repetitive. That's such a dumb song.
But that's what sells.
It's so stupid. But
WAP was all repetitive too.
exactly. So
it's easy, it's dumbed down, and people can sing the hook because they can remember it.
It might be a sophomore slump. But anyway, she's being accused of stealing that song.
I saw that. That's hella similar, bro. Like,
was there?
So, first of all, I was surprised as hell. I was like, oh, she sold it. And because I saw the video and it was her singing it, then it went to a bunch of guys. I was like, huh? Like, just because she did it, I didn't expect guys to be the one that
did the
I don't want to say original, but the one they're saying that she's stealing from.
Yeah. So is this really an intricate song? Like,
no.
Is it something that you're like, damn, I could see where like she stole that from?
Yeah, you can, because those hooks are like pretty damn close.
It's just up.
I mean, didn't they say the second word the same? Up, stay, or whatever the hell the lyrics are.
Then it's up. She says, then it's up.
Didn't say it's stuck or something.
I don't know, but
I've heard. So honestly, I did not hear that song until today. It was on the list. I was like, oh, I should have heard the song already.
Yeah,
I heard it.
I'm surprised you haven't heard it. I don't listen to radio when I heard it.
I don't listen to.
I think it was last week.
No, it came out last week.
Yeah. Okay.
But the only reason I heard it today was because it was on the list.
Yeah, and then she was like, I've been working on this. Sorry, little boy. Never heard of you, HURD. I mean,
but like the funny thing is Cardi B is like the female 50 Cent when it comes to online.
You think so?
Like she'll talk shit. Like she won't do the meme stuff, but she'll talk shit. She'll say what she wants. She'll go on there just posted laughing at something. She'll be like, but like, you know what I mean? That's what I mean. Like she's comfortable online.
Yeah. I just don't think we're gonna, based off of the songs we've been getting, I don't think it's gonna be a good album.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't want, because like I have Cardi B at its standard, like Invasion of Privacy, and it's slowly just like coming down. I'm like, it's just like, and this was a good like show to you of how much she's come down off my list, whatever. Like I didn't even check for the new song because I already know it's just not going to be what I want.
And then when I heard WAP again the other day, and I was like, I started thinking,
man, you searched that?
No, I was riding in the car. It was a disgusting ride. I was like, I don't listen to this. And then like Meg Thee Stallion's verse came on, and I just got to thinking, I feel like she's just being nasty. I don't think she really does all these things.
Wait,
you know?
Which one?
Meg Thee Stallion's part.
Oh.
Of course, Cardi B, I'm pretty sure she practices what she preaches.
She has receipts.
Yeah, no, you can't fake it by calling it the little thingly thing. Like you have, that's literally, that's her verse. That's her bars. But I feel like Meg's verse, she was just being nasty, and she was just figuring out something vulgar to
rhymes?
say. Yeah, I'm like, I just couldn't believe it. So I think Meg might be capping her verse.
Meg's just looking on Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, what's the nasty stuff these days?
What's trending?
Yeah, so shout out to WAP. I suspect a terrible album. And then before we wrap up on music, Britney Spears gets most of her life back in a way. She went to court, and I guess she won co-conservatorship over her finances.
Well, she lost what she went for, but that was the the judges like middle ground.
Yeah,
like, okay, we'll put him on it. So she still has zero control, but now Jamie, her father, can't do anything because he used to make decisions without having to let Britney know.
Yeah,
but now it has to be agreed on with the co-conservatorship.
So I wonder, do you think she's good, or do you think it's for the best for her? Because I see people that just think, oh, they're controlling her money. That's wrong. But do you think she really needs that?
Dude, they control more than her money.
her life basically. Do you
Yeah.
think she needs that though?
No, not right now. If we're talking, 2007 Britney, that's a different story. But right now, no.
But why do you say that? Because we don't hear too much about Britney Spears. So for me, I want to say she don't need it, but then I'm like, we don't really hear enough about her. So like,
Well,
what
because
don't we
she's not
know?
doing it. She's just at home.
I don't know.
Okay, so since the concert, she did a residency in Las Vegas. No media issues, nothing happened. She was good. She did it for years.
Yeah,
I don't know how many shows and no issues anywhere. She didn't do anything crazy. So that by itself was 5 years of her no issues. Plus before that, post that she did a lot of. She's hasn't been in the public for anything negative. So she's shown out of the 12 years she's been on it. She's had at least 8 years, no
yeah.
issues of anything, and she's been in the public eye for the majority of that time.
Hmm.
So no issues of any kind, but yet is she's still on it.
So I'm like, if she went to court and they still ruled against her, I'm like, there's got to be like a reason.
Well, first of all, the way conservatorships are is that they're usually made for older people and also people that don't have the ability, like don't even know how to count, like
Yeah,
control the checkbooks and whatnot. And I think the issue I was doing a little reading on is just that once you're on a conservatorship, you so much they're just rarely um reversed.
yeah.
It's not even like is the person able to, they're just rarely reversed. They just don't happen.
So how do you think? What do you think her relationships with her father is like?
Bad. I mean, it's from the way she talks. The rumor is that she told him that, well, she told her lawyers that she would not continue anything musically, or shows anything unless there's a co-conservator or he's taken off.
Yeah,
Even her mother has publicly said that she shouldn't be on it or put someone else on it. Her mother, and like the judge ignored that when they went to court in December.
yeah. That's crazy. So yeah, shout out to Britney.
Yeah, now there's all this stuff going on, like Justin online too.
Oh
It's
yeah, you were talking
crazy.
about that. I don't know why.
You
but
tagged me in one of the posts too.
anyway, so you were saying Justin Timberlake finally apologized before we wrap up on music. Apparently, we got a shoe in topic. So you said he finally apologized to Janet, I guess, for the Super Bowl thing,
Yeah, because he didn't have any repercussions.
and for Britney, what did he do to Britney?
So after they broke up, he like really used that and like in interviews and stuff, made jokes about it, and really like used that whole breakup in his favor to help, especially with Crimea River.
Okay.
That's probably his best known song, his best known music video besides What Goes Around. That's his most watched. That was his first iconic video.
Okay.
And for him to put a Britney lookalike in there and for everyone to know it's Britney,
Yeah.
that was like a lot. Because it's Britney with the things that was in the video. Like there was no like, was it or was it not?
Females have done that before too, though. I think Mariah did it for Eminem.
But Eminem's vocal about what happened.
So
Britney wasn't vocal at all.
Was he?
Britney, every time they interviewed, Britney was all like, me and Justin said we weren't going to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
And she didn't talk about it.
Okay.
So Justice never said what happened, but with the music video, with the jokes he made, it's just still like,
Yeah.
like, damn, she's breathing, she's down, but I'm still beating her down.
I got you. Yeah. Well, I guess it's good to apologize when you're bored.
And that's all this happened because of the Britney
Conservative thing?
New York Times documentary that came out like last week.
About the conservatorship thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's kind of weird. I didn't expect him to apologize to Janet. That just kind of popped out.
Yeah, he's like, while I'm here. You know, it'd be dope. I was just thinking if Netflix did like a documentary on Britney Spears.
Yeah.
That would probably be super dope.
Because there's multiple out there. I've probably seen them all. And they all have good parts, but none of them's like perfect from the end. Like,
Netflix does good documentaries. They're up there with HBO. I would still give the nod to HBO, but Netflix.
HBO's been doing it longer.
Yeah.
And I think Netflix does such a good job because even though Netflix is so big, but people forget they're still considered independent in the media. They don't have like a tabloid. They don't report to anything like that. Like they're still their own company.
Yeah.
Like they don't have to sway one way or the other.
and a lot of their documentaries really take off. They got the R. Kelly one, the Aaron Hernandez one, the dog. I mean the lion guy,
Mhm.
the whatever the guy, the lady.
They even have that the newer one, the one that was like 3 parts. The Weinstein, whatever his name was, not Harvey Weinstein, the Epson.
Okay,
That was like a 3-part one. It was like 6 hours, but it was a good one
yeah.
too.
So yeah, I'd definitely be interested
Yeah.
in hearing it.
But HBO would be nice too. Their Tiger Woods documentary was on point, man.
But they're not talking about it as much though.
What Tiger?
I feel like it would have taken off more if it was on Netflix.
Well, yeah, Netflix users outnumber like 3 to 1, like HBO.
So I mean, gotta pick your
I hear
poison.
that buzzing now because you took out the aux
Yeah, I
cord.
gotta plug it back in. But yeah, I'd be interested in that. So once it happens, y'all thank me later. And then before we switch to sports, I'm gonna go ahead and read the our little commercial. Bulk supplements, 5 to 10% off your first purchase. Promo code Pub Sports at checkout. Bulksupplements.com. Man, I'm getting good at this.
No, Jim Jones.
No, we didn't have time for Jimmy, and it's for the best.
That was funny though when they were playing it. Man, it's getting me upset again.
Who bring like your career's on the other side when you're still bringing up Weatherman? Like, get out of here! I ain't gonna bring that up.
I was laughing because Joe asked him a question, he ignored him, and he's like, "That still makes me upset."
Like, bro, like, grow up.
That was interesting though. He's like, "Man, they threw someone off the balcony. I will never forget that." I was like, "What?"
I guess he's self snitching anyway. And then switching to sports, the Super Bowl recap as predicted. The Kansas City Chiefs, are they Kansas City or are they just Kansas Chiefs?
Kansas City Chiefs.
They go by Kansas City Chiefs, so KCC.
Mm-hmm.
The Kansas Chiefs lost the Super Bowl. Roy has
Oh, I just found it out. I didn't watch the Super Bowl.
right. Roy managed to pick every wrong team the whole way along, and right as rain. I was right.
The only person who got everything right this past year was Kenny.
I picked the let me see. Let me go down my resume. I had NBA. I picked the Lakers. They won.
So he picked the most heavy favorite. Okay, that's cool.
Call it what you want. If they were the heavy favorite, you should have picked them.
You like Vegas, bro?
Anyway, and then boxing, I had Mike Tyson winning.
Who didn't?
And then
who didn't have Mike Tyson?
And then I didn't bet on Nate. I had Nate Robinson losing. A lot of people had Nate Robinson winning.
I don't know why, but okay.
Mr. Tackle him himself. What else did we bet on?
Knockout heard around the world.
Was the Conor fight last year with Habib? I want to throw that in there. It probably wasn't. But anyway, I'll throw that in there. And then NFL, I had Tampa winning. They won.
Third favorite.
Roy called them, what'd you call them? A fake playoff team?
They were. Look at the teams they beat.
They beat every team all the way to the Super Bowl. So
talking about during the regular season.
They beat.
They were the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, okay.
But they did their thing. They won the Super Bowl. That was the most impressive Super Bowl, playoff run for Tom Brady.
Yeah.
He beat, I want to say 3 Hall
every
of Famers.
Hall of Famer. There's going to be 3. I don't know. Why would you not say that?
Mahomes going to be a Hall of Famer, but he's just still really, really young. Like, he's still really young, but he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Anyway, so it's wild. I think this is his most impressive Super Bowl.
Without a doubt.
I don't think he's going to see the Super Bowl again. This type of run again.
Florida changing the man. You see, like,
yeah,
out there day drinking avocado, tequila.
I looked that up. I don't drink, but I would try that.
And he's over there tossing a trophy around like a being.
He's like, bitch, I got 10 of these.
Like that, like, whew.
So yeah, yeah, that was impressive.
Like the first time I don't have to wear a jacket in the celebration.
Yeah. So I'm really happy. Everything went according to plan. I named off their weaknesses, and lo and behold, look at what happened.
Yeah, you sounded real Skip Bayless when you said that. Because I'm pretty sure he said that exact same thing. So
no, cool. I don't think so.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
I watched that show.
Oh, really? Yeah. I noticed you didn't name any of that off. What was the rebuttals on that show?
Mahomes. Like, they have good wide receivers and Mahomes can get off quickly.
Who was their wide? Okay. Anyway, so they had him skedaddling. I was, it was so
Did you see
sad.
that math that
Yeah,
he's was it 470 yards
in
of
the pocket or
scrimmage?
something like that, and without running, like, yeah,
That was ridiculous.
yeah. I felt bad for him. He was getting pummeled, and then
He
like
tried, bro. Like
I don't understand who blame. How do you blame this loss on him? Going into this,
it's that is football. The
it's not his.
quarterback.
It's like you can't just say that's football. Like
I'm not telling
literally,
you. I'm not telling you if it is or his not fault. That's football. The
okay.
quarterback wins or loses.
All right, I'm gonna look at the eye test. It wasn't his fault that they
Okay.
lost. You
I'm just
can't.
answering your question. I agree with you. It wasn't his fault.
That makes
But
no
in
sense.
football, everything comes down to the quarterback. The
You're
quarterback wins or loses.
you're a fenceman. It's a team sport.
Nah.
Anyway, so yeah, I definitely put zero blame on him for
Yeah.
losing.
Bro, towards the end, it was kind of like a fight where you keep getting knocked down and like they get up. It's like being a fan, I'm like, stay down. Like stay down. Don't get up,
It
bro.
was
Like,
so impressive them throws he were making.
bro, yeah.
Out he's you should have more respect for him after this game.
Yeah.
And then what else was I gonna say? It was so wild to see people switch on him. They're like, he'll never win a Super Bowl at this point. He'll never be able to catch Brady.
Bro, that was quick.
He's done winning Super Bowls. He's all this like, bro. Then it was like he's just too inexperienced. It's wild to watch people turn. I'm like, where was this energy when he won last year? It's crazy. And then like right before the Super Bowl, there were topics: is he better than Jordan? All they had these cross comparisons, and now they're like, he'll never win again. They're like they who did they compare him to? They called him I think it was Rodgers, where he just got one Super Bowl for the rest of his career. That's ridiculous. So
Nah.
I definitely see him winning some more. Do you see
I
Tom?
see him going back for more.
Yeah, I see him going back probably next year.
Man, that's gonna be hard. 3P.
Well, 3 appearances.
Yeah, three in a row appearances.
I mean, Tom Brady did it regularly, and I think he's more talented than Tom Brady. And I think they got a good line. They just were injured. There was no doubt that I didn't see them getting back. I know you didn't have them getting back. You switched it. You said the Bills.
I said them before the season started. I said Kansas City.
Yeah, and then you
it's on
jumped.
wax.
You jumped off that. You had Kansas City Cowboys, and you said Bills.
Man, I ain't making shit up, man.
You said Bills.
No, I
and
did
somebody.
say Cowboys, but I said Kansas City against
Okay,
them.
cool. But yeah, I definitely see him getting back there. I don't really see any right now teams in their way, but we'll see what trades happen and whatnot. Do you think Tom Brady will get another ring before he retires?
No.
He might have 3 to 4 more years.
You said what, 45, right?
Yeah.
He's 42?
Yeah.
I'm saying no.
Do you think Mahomes is going to get another ring before Tom Brady retires?
Yeah.
I think so too. They're super,
not next year.
They're super close. I don't think I got to see what it looks like. I've been on a streak here, so I don't want to like flaw my picks.
You're waiting for after the game? I get you.
I'm going to do my due diligence once the season starts and, see who's where. Anyway, but
that's what okay. Go ahead.
That's how you
make because that's what we say in the chat. You're like, why don't you make your pick now?
Why would I? The off season just started.
But when Johnny said that, you're like, nah, make your pick.
No, I just said, who do you got winning? I said, will the Cowboys win a Super Bowl next year?
And we have to wait till off season changes.
He asked the inside joke, because I know that you don't really understand. The joke was he's constantly asking Kenny, are the Tennessee Titans going to win the Super Bowl next year? He's constantly doing that, so that's what the joke was. So yeah, you're kind of in the wrong Kool-Aid, Playboy.
Chat on mute, bro.
Is AB going to the Hall of Fame now? Is he a Hall of Famer at this point?
No.
He has a Super Bowl.
I know his accomplishments. No.
You're a dick.
I know his accomplishments. Like, no. Yeah, I think he will if he gives us another couple years of like just solid play.
Okay.
Like come back from everything, what happened and all that. You haven't given us a year. You came back. I don't even know when he came back. Week 8 or 9, 10, 12, whatever week he came back this year.
Mm-hmm.
Like give us a couple years of just solid play, then yeah. But right now, if you walk away from the game, no.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think so. Yeah.
If you left the game right now,
not first ballot, but yeah, I can see him getting in there. And then the greatest player in Texan history, JJ Watt, has been released. Um, do you think this was a good idea over trying to trade him?
Yeah,
I guess
because he's
is it respectful? It was more respect.
yeah, because he didn't request a trade. He requested to be released.
Dang. So you just think it's a good idea because the player wanted to get released?
Yeah,
Okay. Where do you think he should go? You're smirking.
Buffalo.
I think he should go to Buccaneers.
I think you go to Buffalo. Buffalo or Kansas City would be the best picks. They need help in defense.
Do they though? They just need to be healthy.
The Kansas City defense needs a little help. Yeah,
We'll see. And how many years do you think he has left, JJ Watt?
shit. 2
If he goes to the Bucks, I'm gonna pick them to repeat.
2 good years. It's hard to say, man, because he's hurt a lot.
Yeah, he had a good season. Did he play all? I think he played all the games this
he
year.
missed some games.
This year?
Yeah.
Was it when they got knocked out? What games? I thought he played all the games.
No,
He had a good year though. He had like 12 quarterback sacks or something.
he had 12 this year.
Yeah, I think so. If my stats don't lie.
You're looking at career stats.
No. But yeah, I think Bills, because he wants to go to a contender. Bills are good.
Oh, he did play every game this year.
Don't even know. I would pick Bills are good. Kansas City, I guess. Buccaneers probably would fit better.
5 sacks this year.
I thought he hit 12. How many quarterback hits?
You jumped a little bit there.
I thought he had
12.
12 what?
12 sacks this year.
That's what I said.
I mean 5.
I thought he had
sacks.
12.
No, he had 5.
I don't know if you're looking at like.
I'm looking at his.
Did you count uncounted?
Uncounted
like player
almost
impact,
snacks.
player
almost
impact. Yeah, like
his stats are 5 sacks this year.
I thought he looked at him and like the dude fell down. 12 of those.
Nope.
5.
That's
wild. Anyway, damn, it's getting cold in here. Yeah. So I think going to contenders is good. I think he has a little more gas in the tank. So yeah, I mean, he still has stuff to give. How long do you think it'll be before the Texans are good again? They have 0.
It's gonna be a while, man. Like, I don't even want to put years on it. Maybe 4 or 5, because it's more than rebuilding at this point. Sometimes you have to rebuild, but I feel like at this point, you're not just rebuilding your roster, you're rebuilding your culture. Like,
yeah,
they have to rebuild everything, not just add pieces. Like, rebuild like the way they play, their staff, like their culture. That's gonna be a while.
Yeah. Do you think they'll have a better record just without knowing what's going to happen? Do you think they'll have a better record than the Cowboys next season?
They won 4 games this year, 5 games, around there, right?
Yeah.
Cowboys have a better record next year.
That's kind of a biased answer, though.
Why?
Because you're a Cowboy fan.
So why you ask?
I don't know. I realized that after.
So who's independent? Victor.
Yeah, what's that?
Why did you ask me?
Because you're biased too. You hate Cowboys.
Question. I think the Cowboys. I mean, what do the Texans have next year?
Nothing. They got cap space.
So I think the Cowboys, with what they have, should definitely have a better record. I mean, it's possible that they, mess it up and they don't, but yeah, I think there's no reason they shouldn't have one. Yeah.
Who do you got?
I'm gonna go Cowboys right now because it makes sense.
But my pick is biased.
Well, yeah, I don't.
We're all like for first time on little things. We're all in the same.
It makes sense, but
it doesn't make sense when I say it.
No, because you're biased,
bro. That doesn't make sense. Like, if it makes sense, it makes sense.
Yeah, whatever. And then I was looking at a little stat. I don't know if anybody's noticed. In the last 1.5 years, Houston has lost George Springer from the Astros, DeAndre Hopkins, JJ Watt, Russell Westbrook, CP3, and James Harden. Like, is taxes going up or something? Like, they've lost so much talent.
Still no state taxes. Still don't want to come.
Nobody's going there. That's crazy. I think ever since Johnny went there, or the prior member, he moved up there. A lot of people moved away.
Bro, they've lost like talent.
That's ridiculous.
And you can't say no one noticed. I posted a meme from ESPN that posted that.
Not the it was just, what was it? Just, I think it was just the Jets. No, it was just the The Texans players. They
No.
they didn't include the other players, like
No.
the Astros and stuff.
No, they had the Astros on there.
I thought they just brought up like coaching and stuff. I didn't even bring up coaching.
Yeah, but that's by
You didn't post that one.
It's on our thing.
Oh, they didn't bring up Russell Westbrook or the other one.
Right there, Russell Westbrook.
They didn't bring up CP3.
That was a little long time ago. It was
that's
longer.
That's why I had to go.
But you said 18 months. This
I had
is
to go
12.
1.5.
Can't say no one noticed. ESPN posted it.
I had to go.
We also posted it on our IG. Go follow.
I went 1.50 years. That's crazy. And then before we wrap up, do you think we're living in the most dominant era of sport athletes ever?
Athleticism, yes.
Because everywhere I look, there's like stuff being broken, like gymnastics. They told what's her name, Jay Simmons, something Simmons.
I don't know.
Do you know her name?
Is that Simone Biles?
Simone Biles. I wasn't calling her Jay
I was
Simmons.
I thought it was something about like Gabby or Simone, or but you said Jason. I
Yeah,
didn't know where
it
you
was
were going.
It was something like that. Simone Biles. They have they wrote in a Simone Biles rule, like a Jordan rule, where she can't do certain moves because other gymnasts can't do it and it's too dangerous. Like, how crazy is that? We're in that era, and then you got LeBron playing until he's like 80. Tom Brady's playing until he's 82. Like, I think this is the most dominant era for athletes right now.
Athleticism, yes.
That's a weird rule.
I'm trying to figure out how to word
athleticism.
It. But yeah, that is a weird rule,
there's
right?
So much raw athleticism now.
They can't dunk or something.
Yeah, you're too strong.
Yeah.
Like, how does that work?
Speaking of dunk, you see the other night, Zion bent the rim on a missed dunk.
He bent another one
on the missed dunk.
It's crazy.
They had to, fix it.
We're in an era where there's so much more talent than there used to be. I think that's a better way to word it, because I was
talents, athleticism,
struggling. Yeah, because if you look back then,
do you see that video I sent with Gilbert Arenas when he talked about that?
No,
he said that the reason why Luka's so good
was it on Shannon Sharp's podcast?
No, it was on his own show. That he has the fundamentals down, and he has athleticism to a certain point, which is rare from Europe. But he's like, the reason why he's winning in the NBA is because the NBA players, they have so much raw athleticism that they just go off that. And he's like, a lot of them don't learn crazy fundamentals till the NBA because they're so good growing up against people their age. They don't need to learn the fundamentals because they just dunk. They just,
Yeah.
And he's like, that's why Luka's so good. He has the fundamentals down. And this is an era of just crazy raw athleticism.
Yeah.
And that's why he's like, the way he pivots, the way he moves, these NBA players, even with their athleticism, they don't know how to handle just the fundamentals on it.
Yeah.
So I think that was a good way to play it. We're in an era where raw athleticism is just dominant in every sport.
And it's everywhere. Like Serena Williams, I think she just won another one against I can't pronounce her name. YBN girl. I think she's dating YBN Corday.
Oh, she's young also.
She's good too, though.
But she's what, 19, 20?
And she beat Serena, I want to say last year or something like that. So I mean,
remember that picture they took together that got all the media attention? Where they she was standing all proper and Corday sticking the middle finger up.
Oh yeah, I remember that picture.
They're like, you're at a tennis event. What are you doing?
Yeah, bro, this ain't the hood. He's so ghetto. This is Australia. Relax. But yeah, I think this is one of the best eras to live in because everywhere, and it's not just in one sport. Every dominant sport you look in, there's somebody. Even golf, Tiger is still competitive.
Yep.
So I think that's good. So it's hard to say.
You got me with that golf stuff. What you said, I was like, I'm done with the chat. I'm gone.
What do you mean?
You're like, is that even that hard? When you said,
what was the question that I asked?
You said, what's the greatest athlete of all time? I said Deion Sanders. Then I
said Serena Williams.
Then you said solo sport. Then you said by themselves, and I'm like, okay, Tiger Woods.
Well, no.
And then you said, is golf even that hard?
No, because the reasoning behind,
regardless of why I brought Tiger up, you said, is golf even that hard?
The reasoning behind me picking Serena Williams was because I was like, it's a solo sport.
I'm not talking about who you picked.
I'm trying to explain myself. Hush.
No, I want to know why you said golf why is it even that hard?
I'm getting there. So the reason why I picked Serena was because it's a solo sport, and I was like, it demands more of you, like athletically. And then you didn't even pick Tiger Woods, so I don't even know why you were complaining. Golf compared to tennis is not
you said
that hard.
solo sport, and I said Tiger is the greatest athlete of all time on a solo sport.
But I said who's the best athlete ever, and you didn't pick him. So how is that? How does that
make sense? Because I picked Deion
sense?
Sanders, and you said okay, solo sport.
No, I did not.
That eliminates Deion Sanders.
I said I picked Serena, and this is my reason why. I didn't say let me change the question.
Yes, you did. You do that all the time.
Okay, so I picked Serena Williams because it was solo sport.
First of all, you're going around. You're being around what we're actually talking about. We're not talking about how we got there. I said when we got there, when I said Tiger Woods, you said is golf even that hard?
Because we never talked about the greatest solo sport athlete ever. That was never the question.
That's not my point. My point is when I mentioned Tiger, you said is golf even that hard?
Because it was in comparison to tennis.
You act like golf isn't hard and is not a sport.
I never said golf was not hard. You're acting like I did say that.
You said is golf even hard? That's what you said. What does that sound like to anybody?
That means comparing to the conversation we're talking about.
No, it's not. It's just in general. You said golf wasn't hard.
You said it wasn't in general. No. It was who's the greatest athlete ever.
You're phrasing it.
Victor, who do you think is the greatest athlete ever? And it doesn't have to be a solo sport because nobody ever said that.
Let's see what he says.
Man, athlete ever, like when I'm thinking solo sports.
No, it don't even have to be solo. Just in general, because nobody ever said solo.
Gravitate towards like a solo sport. I think.
I mean, I would too.
Muhammad Ali was like pretty dominant, like when he was doing his thing.
Yeah,
I feel like, and like I mean. I just feel like that takes like when you're a heavyweight boxer, that takes like a lot of just like actual like strength and like power. Like that's pretty. I mean, not to say other things aren't as impressive, but I always look at that and think like that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I go Serena.
That's a good. I go Tiger.
You didn't go Tiger though. You went.
So guys, hit him up in the comment section. He said golf isn't a hard sport
comparative to tennis.
You never said that.
When did I say golf is not a hard sport?
Look it up. I'll post pictures at the end of this video.
Go ahead.
I got y'all.
You make zero sense. You just be who pulls up to the chat to lie? Do you have no material, or you got to be like, you said golf is a trash sport. You're ridiculous.
I never said I said you said golf wasn't a hard sport. What you said is golf even a hard sport.
New question, Victor. What's harder, golf or tennis?
You never compared the two.
Man.
Okay, so what are you talking about?
I think. I think golf is pretty hard, but I think in tennis, like if you have to return a like 150-mile serve, like that'll stop most people from being able to even play.
Which makes sense.
In golf, at least like the ball's there, like you have the means to hit it off the ground. But in tennis, you have to hit something that's like coming at you so fast. I feel like that makes it a little harder.
I mean that's literally why I picked Serena, but it wasn't like golf is easy, so let me shit on Tiger.
It's the way you said it.
It's how he's framing it. He's a terrible framesman.
No, that's the way you said it. And like everything, you rephrase it to fit your narrative.
Oh, okay. Anyway, before we wrap up, where can people check us out at?
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Comment, subscribe, and let us know what you want to hear.
All right. And don't forget to listen on all outlets. Return up the mic.
Good night. Come to the Hubson?
No.